So for me, restorative practices means building communities and connections. It's the connections that we make with people and all of the actions we do to get to know people a little deeper and to build an overall welcoming and safe community.
Teachers here help me feel comfortable and safe because they get to know me. I feel like that's a very important thing when it comes to teacher and student relationships, getting to know how every student is different, getting to know how students think differently, they work differently, they learn differently. That makes me feel comfortable because I feel like you're trying to get to know me, so you're making an effort because you care about my education, you care about me as a person.
And I feel like if teachers took the time to really understand how certain students learn instead of just forcing a certain way on them, it can really help how the classroom runs, it can make the teacher less stressed, it can make the students less stressed.
You know, building that connection, kids really enjoying the relationships with each other, the relationships they have with teachers and staff, and then building off of that. Once you have those relationships and rapport, then students also learn better, you have fewer behavior issues and so on.
I feel like when I'm here, there's no judgment at all. Like I can just be myself. Like if I have a bad day, everybody will understand.
All the teachers, they'll greet you and they do like a connection where it might help get to know you a little bit more. Not just like one student in specific, but the whole class.
Every day when we come in and we kind of sit in a circle, we're making sure that they understand that each student matters and their voice matters. So every child and every adult is greeted every morning.
What I like about morning meetings is that I get to tell my classmates and my teachers more about myself. What I like about the teachers here is that they are supportive and they help me learn most of the stuff I learned in my whole life.
The more that students have that time to talk, have the time to collaborate, bring up stuff that's going on in their specific micro community as a classroom as a whole, helps handle conflict on a macro level, but even on a micro level, teaching different skills.
When kids feel like their voice is heard, they feel much more like they belong than if the teacher stands up and does all the talking and you're doing all the getting.
I've learned just through my years, you just can't look at a book, you just can't look at what's written, the black and white on the print, but looking at those gray areas and giving students those second and third chances to be able to change their mistakes. I mean, no kid comes into the school to say, I'm intending and I'm setting out to do this.
You know, one of the biggest pushbacks is this is going to take too much time. It is overwhelming to hear about having to do another thing. So as much as we can be there with each other throughout this journey that we're on to move toward the goal of full implementation, that's going to be time well spent.
Teachers, thank you for caring for me.
For being there for me. For helping me feel like I belong in the school and everything you do for us.